Hey all, Rick Rex here, coming at you with another video. This time about the new ally, Batman. Is he worth it? He's a legendary, so he's going to take a lot of investments, so let's find out together. Now, before we get started, if you like what you see and want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help support the channel and help us grow. Now on to Batman. Is he worth it, or is he a sink for resources that in the end just doesn't really matter all that much? Let's go on ahead and answer the question. So we're going to start out with our ally combo of House of Legends, Cyborg, and Emperor Aquaman. The reason I'm doing this is pretty simple. None of the allies will affect our parse, including Aquaman, since you have to take damage for him to proc. But we're going to compare anyway. At current time, Aquaman is really the go-to paired with Batman Who Laughs for support. They're really the only allies who will do anything meaningful during combat for a DPS. So to make things fair, as you can see, I took out all artifacts, so the only thing that's really going to impact our testing is just the allies themselves. So here with Aquaman, we see his backstory, and we won't take the time to dive in there, but we are going to concentrate on Hear My Call for his passive. Note that it says that it only procs when we take damage, so during our testing it's not going to proc, but he throws your summon pets a 10% damage increase. This includes Crystal, Fury, Robot Sidekick, and even your backups and your real pet, whichever one of those that you choose. Now, it does not include the Grim and Quiz, as they are not summoned and thus not affected. Now, I narrowed down our loadout to only Jackhammer and Crystal to make sure that we are getting an accurate comparison. So let's check out the damage parse, and we're going to do 5 each with a couple of different variants to make sure that we're looking at accurate numbers. So it looks like we have 129,041, 122,977, 131,191, 126,327, and 131,890, giving us an average of 128,285 per second and an average crit of 23.5%. So to be sure, let's go on ahead and swap in Robot Sidekick and check out the damage there. Now that one gives us 114,835, 124,956, 118,193, 124,778, and 115,666, giving us an average of 119,685 and an average crit of 21.5%. So we can kind of see Crystal is the clear-cut favorite there, as we kind of expected, but we just wanted to check to make sure since we did have an ally in play. Now let's go on ahead and look at Batman. They learned well and kept his backstory pretty quick, but we're going to concentrate on his From the Shadows passive ability. This one procs when you enter combat and affects only the first 6 hits, bumping Might 10% and Prec 5%. Note that this does stay on cooldown until you hit 100 on the hit counter. So let's go ahead and sub in Batman, and we need to get back to Crystal, as we showed there was really a big drop off there. So let's get busy seeing what kind of numbers that this one comes out with. So this one gave us 126,570, 125,621, 119,759, 115,022, and 122,300, giving us an average of 121,854 and an average crit of 21.3. Now let's go ahead and try something for a baseline. We said that Aquaman should not be affecting the parse as he doesn't proc, so let's move on to a support setup of House of Legends and Cyborg to only impact our power situation and see what that does. Well, that was surprising. The crits went wild on that parse with an average of 26.1, where the average parse is really impressive at 133,918. Let's go ahead and just call this one an outlier, and we need to reparse that one for sure. There we go. Now that's a bit more normalized. So that one gave us a damage of 133,296, 119,991, 120,465, 120,823, and 111,368, giving us an average of 121,118 per second and an average crit of 22.9. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the combat abilities since I'm looking for something redeeming for OG Batman here. So let's go ahead and start with the House of Legends, which only hits single target, but let's go ahead and keep him in the mix anyway. And after that parse, he actually gives us 40,155. So let's go on ahead and check out Cyborg and see what he does. And Cyborg gives us 54,289. So finally, let's go ahead and try out Batman, and let's see what he does also. So with a little extra help from me on accident, he gives us 55,450. So Batman does more. But that's an extra 1,200 in damage per second for this legendary ally. And with Cyborg being a rare and less time and resources involved, plus a lot of us already using him, the decision is really murky at best. So in conclusion, to answer the question that we started with the data shown, Batman does take a lot of investment as a legendary ally, and it could take months worth of work or the quick route by throwing your wallet at it, and sometimes we say, take my money please, but this is not one of them. Keep your wallet in your pockets on this one, my friends, and your time concentrating on another ally. As the testing shows, Batman is a hard pass. So guys, thanks for joining, and once again, if you like what you see and want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help support the channel and to not miss one single update as they come out. We'll see you next time.